night passes, and the good news is in the morning you wake up and the wind is still blowing really hard, but the rain's not as terrible. It's still raining, but now it's just like a normal heavy rain instead of like it's water falling. Like it's not like you're walking under a waterfall with heavy winds anymore. Now it's just like a heavy wind, rainy day.
Great.
If you had to classify it, you'd say it's raining moderately.
Okay.
Shahoon, having learned a little bit about his environment, will take a few moments to prepare some slightly different spells.
And I'm assuming you guys are using the what is it called? The alchemist jug for your fresh
Alchemy.
water.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel like water wouldn't be too big of an issue right now.
And you're learning that your guide has this thing called a rain catcher. I don't know if you guys bought any, but
We did.
the rain from the
Did we
rain
not?
catcher is
Also, Shahoon, can't you
Yep.
create and destroy water?
As they're all messing around with their devices, whatever buckets and barrels and things we have, I just pop some food and water into it.
Didn't we spend like an entire session
have
getting
barrels.
like rain catchers and barrels and
Yep.
like
We have barrels.
Stuff.
I think
And
you
there's
had
little-
you guys had a
We
pony
have,
keg of
like,
something too.
5 pony kegs.
We go through
Or,
2 water skins worth of water per day, assuming you're not wearing armor. So, yeah.
Yep, I'll
But
just
thankfully, we have enough.
make sure that we're topped off for the day.
Yeah.
And I'll just use a spell slot every day. It's fine. I
we get
assume
some good calamari last night too.
So I'm going to change
Whatever you
this
want.
for you, Shahoon, slightly.
Okay.
Creating food and water, I'm going to allow you to ritually cast that because I think it's utterly garbage that it is not a ritual spell.
Okay.
So as
But
long as you
even-
have it prepped,
Still,
you
that's a
don't have to
wizard
burn a
thing,
slot.
though, right?
No, you have ritual casting. That you just have very, very few ritual spells. The way cleric ritual spells work is you still have to prep it. It just does not burn a spell slot, and it still takes 10 minutes to cast.
Wizards,
Basically,
clerics.
you pray for 10 minutes and shit happens. And why
Yep.
create food and water isn't, I do not understand. It's burning up one of your valuable prep spots, so I'm fine with it being a
Cool,
ritual
thanks.
spell.
World hunger resolved.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of instant food, it takes like 10 minutes as a couple of steaks fall down.
So
Cloudy
the,
with a chance of
Really?
meatballs.
Exactly.
so the big benefit of doing it the way I said it isn't necessarily that it takes 10 minutes. So you could burn the instant
No, I know,
spot
I know.
and have it occur instantaneously,
No, I
And-
know. I was just joking. Yeah, it.
but you don't have to save a
it's harder.
spell slot at the end of the day. Like you can use your spell slots because if you're out of spell slots, you still got it prepped. You can still cast it. So that basically alleviates the tracking of minutia for water that we're avoiding for our
Thank
now. For if I was trying, if we were doing like the hex crawl of Chalt's thing, that I wouldn't do that because then that kind of the tracking of the minutia is the game,
Yeah.
Makes sense.
and not everybody enjoys that because I've tried running at this module that way and it didn't go so well because people hated that aspect of the game. But it's not for everybody.
Yeah, true.
I don't mind it. Just requires foresight.
But now that I think about it, yeah, Paladin and Chult doing this module almost requires you to have a Paladin with you. Cure those diseases like bam.
I played the Paladin when I first went through the majority of this module. It came in clutch as many times as you think.
There's so much bullshit in this jungle.
It's awful.
Add that to the con column.
Like all these diseases, essentially non-existent because lay on hands, and then Tack on all your healing shit. Tack on the aura.
Okay. So the next day, you guys get back in the water. As you're traveling upriver, Bell, you notice a large, and by large I mean giant, crocodile heading towards heading towards your canoe. But then it kind of like stops and then swerves off and goes underwater and it never materializes again. And
I flip it off.
and then late in the day, um, about an hour before you guys pull in for the evening, you see about 10 giant frogs um, tearing something apart off to the side on the other side of the river. They got a hold of something and they're just having a go at eating whatever that thing is that they got. And you guys travel another hour and then pull off to your side of the river again and set up camp. And yeah, pretty non-eventful day.
Awful.
Just another day.
The good news is the during the evening, the wind dies down. It stops raining. Pretty much in that order. And I have to track how far you guys are now. This was what, day 3?
Yes. I do believe so.
3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so the benefit of going by canoe is you're traveling twice as fast on the river.
Woohoo!
You went half as fast because of the weather. So
Yeah, that's fair.
So as you guys pull in that evening, Eku says, "All right, this is where the we start. Well, we may start seeing some of the undead in this area. So we have to be very careful moving forward. There's undead on both sides of the river at this point. The reason we've been staying on the side of the river where we have is because typically that's not where the undead's at. But now they're everywhere. So just keep an extra vigilant watch as we move forward."
Good.
Okay.
That's a very sinister laugh.
I love random encounter tables. They're just so much fun.
Are they?
Yes.
Good.
You guys, who does the last watches? I can't remember.
I believe it's me.
Ancient.
Yep.
Wait, am
And
I-
if Bell's up for it,
Wait, am I asleep?
Yep.
Does anyone force me to be awake?
nope.
Alright, apparently I'm awake.
All right,
That's the first.
I know.
which is good, because let's have your guys' perception rolls. They're gonna be the only ones that matter.
That's not great.
Whoops. Wow, I literally clicked it one time.
All right, Shahoon, the blessings. You feel like this presence saying, "Over here." And you turn and look, and you see snake-like eyes at the edge of your guys' camp.
Whoa.
There's two snake-like humanoid figures, and as you look at them, they recognize that you're looking at them and back away. And that's all that happens. And as you guys
Well-
investigate it the next morning with lots of light, there were humanoid footprints there, and then there's not. There's like, you can see where a large snake-like creature slithered in through the underbrush. Two of them.
I'll lean over to Bell and say, "It's a good thing Angon wasn't awake. You'd have charged off in the woods after him." She.
Are you? I mean, we should. That's probably not a good thing, right?
Another night of nothing happening. Wonderful.
Yep. Nothing at all.
Nothing happened.
Nothing to see here.
whatsoever.
Move along.